Libra in love and relationships. Weaknesses. Widely considered one of the zodiac's most charming signs, dating a Libra can be a genuine pleasure in every sense of the word. However, not everything that shines is gold, and while dating a Libra can be incredibly fun, it can also be incredibly frustrating. Why? Because. Before we proceed, don't forget to like and subscribe to Zodiac Talks for all the latest updates. Libras are flirty, even when they don't mean to. There are few signs in the zodiac as charismatic and magnetic as Libras, which means they're never hurting for attention of any kind. They'll be invited to parties, social events, dates, and other gatherings, often at the drop of a hat. Though they might not admit it outright, Libras are suckers for that kind of attention and react to it by opening up and turning the charm up to 11. This isn't a problem for single Libras, but for Libras in a relationship, it can lead to rather tense situations with their partners, mainly if their partners are the jealous type. Let's clarify something. Flirty doesn't mean disloyal. Libras can be very loyal, and most would never think to cheat on their partners. However, because it's such a fun and natural activity for them, many Libras don't consider harmless flirting as cheating, or even as a reprehensible thing to do. If you don't mind your partner flirting with others, then give Libra a try. If you do mind, you've been warned. Libras are indecisive. Though they come off as self-assured, that is mostly the result of their natural charm, rather than any certainty on their part. In all honesty, Libras can be incredibly indecisive, particularly when it comes to big things, and will flip-flop between one option and the other endlessly. Libras aren't good with choices, and though when push comes to shove, they'll take whatever choices need to be made in their day-to-day life. They'll stress over the smallest decisions. Amusing as this can be at first, it does grow old after a while. Yes, not every person out there is looking for someone who knows exactly what they want, when they want it. But Libra's decision problems can be downright exhausting when you're their partner, and you find yourself having to take the lead over and over again. Libras are very, very social. It's no surprise that a charming, well-loved, magnetic zodiac sign like Libra would feel drawn to people just as strongly as people feel drawn to them, and there's nothing inherently wrong with it either. There is nothing wrong with being social. We all have to be social to some extent, except there is such a thing as taking it too far. For starters, Libras despise being alone. They can't stand it. They need to have someone to talk to, or at the very least someone to share a room with. The idea of staying alone at home seems like torture to them, and the thought of not being in a romantic relationship is even more dreadful. That alone is a big downside to Libra, not because there's something wrong with seeking company, but because they'd rather be in lousy company than on their own. That has the potential to lead to terrible problems. Even ignoring that particularly bright red flag, Libra's need for love and attention can come off as clinginess to a lot of other zodiac signs. It isn't the same for everyone, though, and it's worth keeping that in mind. While some, like Leo, will lap up Libra's attention, others, like Capricorn, will downright despise it. While some will consider Libra's amorous attentions romantic and passionate, others will think them stifling and controlling. Libras despise confrontation. There are zodiac signs who love to argue about everything under the sun. Other signs prefer not to get involved in any conflict, choosing instead to mind their own business as much as possible. And then there's Libra, who would instead vanish off the face of the earth than get involved in a big argument. Oh, they'll be willing to argue a little about small things such as music, movies, and the like, but when it comes to big important things, nope. Libra will bail out before getting genuinely involved in a big argument. They'll try just about anything to get out of conflicts, apologizing even if they aren't to blame, directing people's attention to a completely different subject, getting up and leaving without another word. Everything forms part of the Libra playbook. While there's nothing wrong about a partner who would rather not argue, Libra's avoidance of conflict can lead to some severe communication issues. The good news? Not all hope is lost. Libras are willing to discuss serious issues and even have big arguments, but they need to be few and far between. When dating a Libra, it's best to save the drama for things that really matter and keep the relationship going as smoothly as possible the rest of the time. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.